tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Come in! Dun, dun, dun. This is the last time we get to dance, guys. Get it in.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the paper only.
Who's not?
You gonna take that?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
I'm good. I'm done.
Hey guys, welcome back to our Rich Kids of Beverly Hills after show. It's the finale.
So sad.
So bittersweet.
No.
So bittersweet. I'm gonna miss them next week.
I know.
Me
Those
too.
sassy sons of.
I will enjoy having my Sundays back. Not that I don't love coming here, but you know,
Christina!
Sometimes I just want to stay in my pajamas all day.
I hear
and
you.
I
Relaxing
have to get
Sundays.
ready.
Relaxing Sundays.
That's what Sundays are for.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I am Haley Clover. I will be your host for this after show. You can find me on Twitter at Haley Clover, and I'm joined by my co-hosts.
I'm Christina Kaplan. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Tina Cap.
Hey guys, once again, I'm William Lee. You can find me anytime at Instagram at William_Beverly Hills or at Twitter at William Lee TV.
Good. Okay, perfect. So look us up or tweet us during the show.
Yes.
Yeah,
So that way we
grandmas, tweet
can read your questions and answer them.
Yeah.
And also, if you haven't already subscribed on YouTube, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. That way you can watch all of the amazing after shows that AfterBuzz has. And, of course, the Rich Kids of Beverly Hills for next season.
Yep.
So another good episode, obviously the finale. Not going to disappoint, but we didn't have any big drama today. I think last week was kind of like the big kaboom, and then, you know, this was just wrapping everything up.
Well, I feel like the only real drama was Bobby crashing the party, but that was just so minor. You know?
I'd just like to say who called it.
You did.
Ah.
You did, Haley.
My prediction was
Yes.
right.
She got it.
Yes. I knew just by the way that they were reacting in everyone's faces that he just totally was not invited.
Yeah.
Who crashes in an engagement party?
That's
I mean,
weird.
really.
It was weird.
I was like, where is the security? You think that they would, have something, some kind of like a valet security. I'm sure they have valets, but
Yeah.
someone to just say, get out of there, no matter what you're bringing. You could be bringing a gold Rolls Royce. It's just like, you weren't invited.
Right.
You weren't invited, Bobby. I'm sorry.
It's different. It's not a birthday party. It's
True,
an
yeah.
engagement party. We'll get to that in a bit. We're going to end with the engagement party, but let's start off just finishing up the London trip, which looked like a lot of fun. Obviously, the mood was a little dampered by Roxy not coming on the trip, but they still had a fun time, and Dorothy set up a little etiquette class for them so that they could learn manners, because she said that all of her problems with her friends are based around manners. It's like, usually that's not the case. But so we saw some really funny things. And Sachi, what did you think about Sachi? Because I fell in love with him this episode.
Yeah, no, I've always really liked him. He kind of has had more of a prevalent role this season than in previous seasons. But he's so funny. He's just like, that typical kind of surfer, laid-back dude that's just like always kind of goofing around. And so it was funny when he, when he broke the chair. Like
That was hilarious.
I totally expected that. So.
And those etiquette ladies were disgusted.
Yeah.
I mean, literally disgusted.
But it's so true. Like, I think it was Morgan that was like, "This is why they hate Americans and think we're pigs, because we act like this." Thanks, Sachi.
Exactly. Have you ever taken an etiquette class?
That's a great question. I know my parents would, always instill, I think we all would, our parents, like, do this, the fork goes over here, honey. My mom would always say, or the knife goes here, but not formally, no. That was not on the...
I'd be really bad at it. I would be Johnny, who's over there dipping his bread in butter and oil and whatever. I'm like, sometimes I'm not going to spread the butter. Why, just dip it in.
Yeah.
When you can.
I know basic etiquette, but I feel like we don't really, at least in my daily life, or even when I go to nicer events, you don't really need to know more than basic etiquette over here.
Well, and Americans definitely don't think about it. Like, as you saw, they were practicing from the beginning to the end of what you do. You walk in, you kiss and greet them a certain way, you bring them something. You know, sometimes it's not like that here. And I was surprised they didn't say anything about posture, because I thought that was going to be the first thing, and I'm like always hunched over.
Yeah.
I would be so bad in London. I'd have to stick my boobs out.
I will say, though, with the bread and the butter, I'm not going to pretend like I've never done it. I have dipped a little loaf of bread in the butter because I was starving one night at a Spago Beverly Hills.
Just once? I'm sure you've done it multiple times.
Once in the last month. Let's just say that.
Okay, fair enough. That's funny.
It was just, I'm like, where's the meal? Because it's a packed place, by the way, guys. If you've ever been to Spago, it's a jungle.
Well, and if you're not in LA and you're visiting, it's a good restaurant to go to.
Amazing.
Yes. Well, so London was fun. Morgan and Dorothy shared a little moment where they kind of just walked around like tourists, and Dorothy even said that she definitely feels closer to Morgan after this trip, which is nice. So I'll be interested to see how they play that relationship next season, because something always changes, or they highlight certain things. This season it was obviously Morgan and Roxy. So maybe next season it'll be Dorothy and Morgan, and who knows?
Yeah, because it was kind of, the two of them were highlighted from the very beginning.
Right.
So, even I think I even said earlier in one of our previous episodes that, I thought it was strange that Morgan and Dorothy didn't really have the same kind of relationship this season, at least that we have seen in all of the other ones. So maybe this is kind of like the quote-unquote rekindling of their friendship, which started it all. So we'll see what happens. I mean, have they even confirmed a fourth season, though?
Oh,
I don't
that's a good
know.
question.
Yeah. Actually, we should know that. I don't
why
know.
not, but you never know.
Yeah.
I would imagine yes. Or I would imagine that they'll have Morgan and Brendan's wedding as
Definitely.
a special.
Yeah.
Which I hope they do,
Or maybe
because I'd like to see
leading up to it. I don't know if Morgan would actually want to have her wedding like Chloe did and stuff.
True.
But maybe like the events leading up to the wedding and the planning, maybe they'll do a special like that.
That's very true. Very true. I don't know. Selfishly, I hope that they do.
I know, right?
I want to see her dress. I mean, I'll see it on pictures. Everyone will post selfies, I'm sure.
Right.
But yeah, I'd like to see, just because she's so funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, London was good. London trip. We know that. What's his name? Bobby.
Oh gosh.
I already forgot about him.
I know, right? That's how
He left.
Yeah.
Left. No surprise there. And I don't think no one cared.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone even watching. I don't know. You can tell us on YouTube if you cared.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever.
Yeah, tweet us, let us know what you thought. I mean, I think it was literally like business as usual. It was like, oh, he's gone? What? He left? Oh,
Well, it was kind of like he never was part of the group anyway.
Exactly.
They just like, whatever.
That's right.
Yeah, I felt like he was kind of just forced in to the whole plot, really. And
It did seem a bit forced, didn't it?
yeah.
Even with the engagement party thing, I was like, I bet the producers told him he had to go.
Yeah.
Because I feel like no one in their right mind would do that.
Because they probably didn't want to just end it with, oh yeah, he bounced early from London, and then you never see Bobby again. So that, you're right, they probably did, tell him, all right, let's have you stir the pot one more time.
Yeah.
But
Well, and
who knows?
Taylor had a fairly big part in this episode, and we see her music video for Collide, her first single, which she made her international debut. And we all said when we were watching that we thought it sounded much better in the club than when we first heard her singing it, either at the Blind Dragon party. Bellis magazine opening, and in the studio.
Yeah.
I thought it sounded much better.
So much better. Almost like Ellie Goulding, kind of, but not quite. Not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite.
But yes, that like EDM type high, soft falsetto voice, for sure.
I thought if she would have performed it with that music in the background at her opening, maybe we would have liked it better, because I thought it sounded better with that
instead of an
music.
Acoustic guitar.
Because I'm sorry, she just doesn't have a strong enough voice to have that acoustic song.
Right, I agree.
And that's not to say that she's not good or that, she sounds bad or whatever. It's just really hard, I feel like, to sing without any music in the background to support you.
Right,
You
yeah.
know, if you don't have an extremely strong voice like a Christina Aguilera or like Alicia Keys or something who
Christina
just
Aguilera.
belts it out,
Love
you
it.
know.
Best singer of all time.
Yeah.
Love Christina.
Throwing that out there.
I was listening to Stripped, her album from '02, on the 405 on the way here tonight. It was.
That'll get you pumped up.
Yeah, I'm like, exactly. In rush hour, I'm like, okay.
Right? Okay, well, Christina Aguilera has had some good videos. What did you think about Taylor's music video?
Oh.
Well, we only saw really a little bit of the filming. I mean, we see she makes out with a guy who Haley and I both thought that he was gay, and then he asked her out. So
And
I
we
mean,
thought it was the most awkward
Awkward
thing of all
moment.
time.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess we'll have to see when the full thing is released because I have no idea what it's going to look like. All I saw was her in that white dress with a
Well, do
flower
you think it's out now?
crown.
If that was a couple
It's
months
gotta
ago?
be.
It has to be. That was probably 3-6 months ago, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look it
Somewhere.
up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I kind of forget what the song's about already.
Yeah.
But if that like music video matched what, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really care to be
Yeah.
honest.
She labeled
Sorry,
him
Taylor.
as her Prince Charming in the video. So maybe it's like, oh, you know, our worlds collide.
Okay,
or
wait, I have
whatever.
a question, and maybe I just heard this wrong during the show, but she said she labeled Bobby first when he was going to be Prince Charming as Prince Charming 69. Prince Charming 69, and I was like, what is she talking about?
Right.
And I wasn't even thinking of it in the sexual way,
good
but I
point.
was like, thinking there were going to be like a ton of princes and he was just like one of the like
One of
70 princes that were going to be there, and I'm so confused at what she was talking about. Maybe I just like made up things in my head.
No. I felt the same way because the way she kind of explained it was, oh, like, yeah, he'll be in this little pink suit, Prince Charming 69. I thought it was going to have that like on the back or something.
Oh yeah, because I was like, what does that even mean? I was so confused.
And I think that when they kissed, I think they were just practicing. I don't think that was, you know what I mean? Because he was just in like
Regular
a plain
clothes. It's
shirt.
very
She
true.
was in that robe, so maybe it is like that. Maybe they will.
Oh, was she in a robe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, then that was definitely practice.
Yeah.
Because she was dressed to the nines.
Yeah, so we'll see, I guess, when it comes out what it really meant. I don't know.
The significance of it all. The collide. Worlds collide.
Worlds collide. All right. Speaking of worlds colliding, I've got some good transitions today. Thank you for that setup, William. Morgan and Roxy. We see more of their relationship today, which they're still trying to figure out, but seem to have gotten it under control a bit at the end of the episode. So they have that little sit-down meeting, and they talk. What did you think about their interactions and how they, spoke to each other this time, which is like the third time they've spoken?
I just think, I'm sorry, I'm going to be honest. Watching this today, I was like, wait, really? They're still not over this situation?
Right.
It's just so stupid to me. I mean, I guess this has been the best interaction so far.
No one cried, no one yelled at each other.
Well, Roxy cried a little, but I mean, they've gained the most ground after this talk, and I think that Roxy's point about, I think that we have matured more than our relationship or our friendship has. I think that's true, and that's a fair assessment, but I just think the whole thing was just blown out of proportion so much that it just surprises me that it took this long, unless they were trying to make it drawn out for the show. I don't know.
Right, they only gave him like 10 minutes every taping. They get nothing done, so it's taped like 8 times.
Yeah, so.
Time's up. Gotta go next episode.
William, what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, 10 years, it just seemed like there was... to me, it was like, why? I love Roxy to death. I think, first of all, I think she's drop dead gorgeous. I think I mentioned last time that I've been kind of crushing on her, secret crush since the first season.
I think you're hoping she's watching and something's going to happen.
And except for she'd probably be the sugar mama because I'm not quite up to that
She would
level yet.
definitely be the sugar mama.
I'd have to be just kind of, have a leash on me and be drug around. I don't know. But I literally think that, I know, not quite, never. But it's just something that all right.
Yeah.
It's like, why couldn't she take the higher road? I mean, it was nothing. There wasn't nobody was like physically assaulted, thank God, or there wasn't. It was just a
now
simple
that would have
argument.
been funny if they got into a physical fist fight.
But there was nothing. There was no conflict whatsoever. It was just an argument. It was just a petty argument saying, that was it. That was the only tension that was there, and that was just so shocking that it drug on for so long. I mean, maybe it was, 10 minutes per episode, or they would say, you're allowed to argue for this long, and you have to play it out for the whole entire 8 episodes this whole season.
Yeah.
But that was just, I was like, get it over with, girls. Like, you're both beautiful. You both have plenty of money. You both have great family, great friends. Move on. I'm sorry. Move
Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is it should have been done when it happened.
Yeah.
They both said sorry. We'll get over it. See you later.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Especially once Morgan got engaged.
I know.
Morgan got engaged. It should have been like, all right, let's put this aside so that we can celebrate this time. Like, if you're really friends for 10 years, I feel like it should have been, okay, I'm here to support you no matter what. Like, Morgan did say she expected that Roxy would have just kind of been there, even though they were fighting, because they've been friends for so long, and that's what I expected more of.
And real quick, it wasn't their first fight, I think, in 10 years. I'm sure they fought, over, plenty of things over the years. I mean, they're only human,
I think Roxy even said they've had disagreements and stuff, but it's just never been
to that level.
Right.
Yeah.
Where they weren't even fighting about each other. They were fighting about a totally outside person,
Yeah, with Nick and Brandon with the real estate kind of deal gone awry.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it was probably, just like Roxy said too, it was probably for the best that she didn't go to London. And, I mean, perfect example could be when they went to China. Was it last season, I believe?
Yeah.
And, remember Roxy, there was all these issues. Her and Dorothy got in a huge fight. So,
Right.
maybe just, traveling is not the best.
Don't they always say that you really learn a lot about the person, like, that you're traveling with when you travel, or like the person that you are dating when you travel, or whatever it is? Same with friends.
Totally.
I remember I went on this one vacation with a friend when I was in like 8th grade, and we were really good friends, and we went on vacation, and I left and was like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
Mind experience.
Eye-opening, yes.
All the jet lag.
It's true, because
We went to Florida. It was like a 2-hour flight from New York. Yeah.
Like, obviously you're you're going to have a good time, and it's a vacation, but it's still stressful traveling. So, yeah, it totally brings out a different side of people. And we know from previous, like I said, that Roxy does not do so well with the time changes and, going long distances.
She seems like the kind of person that gets cranky when she's tired and hangry when she's hungry. Like, she's got those kind of emotions, you know? Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, but she's also a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
So,
Definitely.
Well,
and beautiful.
Throw that in there one more time, William.
For the first time. I know.
Yeah.
I'm only allowed one more time.
One more. You have one more.
Last episode, one more.
Exactly.
Save it for the end.
And then you're done.
And then I'm done. Then I leave. Exit stage right.
Exactly. So Roxy did show up to the engagement party, which looked beautiful.
Yeah.
That place.
El Cielo.
I've never
on Burton
been.
Way. Beautiful.
And it looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
Not to jump in or anything.
No, please, jump in.
But I had my college graduation there like 3 years ago, and
fun.
what a phenomenal place, El Cielo. It's been
Italian food?
Italian food since
I could go for some
1984, and so it's been around for 30 plus years now, and it's just a phenomenal place. It's so delicious, so incredible. The ambiance is amazing. Pascal, the owner, who was on the episode tonight, great guy. I mean, great family. Just an all incredible experience. I mean, it was just, and my younger brother, who was at UCLA, finished there. He actually had his graduation there the following year. I mean, for his celebration.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it was very cool. It was elegant yet not over the top, which I enjoyed.
Definitely.
I thought maybe they did that because they also had a trip. They didn't need some. I mean, it's still a big party. They had a lot of people there, but it was a little bit more intimate.
Yeah,
I thought so.
Yeah,
definitely.
Which I liked. And she looked really pretty.
Yeah, I loved that dress. And then they didn't really show her shoes too much, but she posted them on Instagram. They're, I think...
Lubies?
No.
Oh.
Like Stuart Weitzman or no? Sorry.
I think they're Chloe maybe.
Okay.
Or Miu Miu or something. It was like one of those brands. They're like the
Miu Miu
fringy
has sick
ones.
shoes.
Yeah.
The fringy, like strappy, but they're like lavender.
Pretty. I wouldn't have expected that.
I better be taking notes for my.
Yeah, for gifts later on.
Yeah, they were so pretty.
Yeah.
She always, like, when she dresses up for events, Morgan, she always looks so good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't think there's ever been, well, actually, I did one time, not too long ago, she wore this strange kind of not pantsuit, but, like, skirt jacket
on this season?
No, it was on her Instagram. She went to something, and I was like, that was the only time that I thought that's kind of
a little
flattering on her because
Yeah.
she's so beautiful and she has
Which
such
is
a great
pretty hard
body.
to do, I feel like.
Yeah. So, but like obviously in this episode, she looked so pretty.
Yeah, and Brendan looked good.
Yeah.
That was funny about his suit. He wanted to wear a charcoal suit that had some plaid, and it was 3-piece, and Morgan was like, listen, okay, you're not like on Wall Street making a deal. Like I don't want you to look like what was the show?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
I forget what
I didn't write it down.
It was
What her reference was, but he was like, I'm pretty sure that if I'm in a 3-piece suit, like I have enough money to do it, or like
Right.
people think that I'm, okay.
he looked great. I had a different idea in my head of what it was Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, thank you. Good job.
I had a different idea in my head of what it was going to look like, but then when at the party, I thought, okay, he looks really good.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see what the bridal party wears, what color he's going to wear, and whether their event's going to be black tie. I would imagine
Yeah.
it
Oh,
is,
yeah.
for sure.
I feel like
For sure.
Yeah, and I feel like Morgan's bridesmaids will probably wear like either a tan like that color she wore, or maybe like a light pink or something.
But all different
Yeah.
dresses.
Yes, but I
Not
think it's
the
all going to be like a light color.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Love that. So let's talk about a little bit about Bobby crashing
Oh,
this and
gosh.
having that little conversation with Taylor. What did you first think about, him crashing in general, and then taking the time out to talk to Taylor while he was there?
Well, like you mentioned, it's just nobody in their right mind would crash an engagement party. Like, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then the whole conversation with Taylor was just extremely awkward. So
We said she looked like she was gonna
Seriously.
Yeah.
vomit all over the place.
Yeah, well,
Because she just sat there like this.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
she
was
just like
kind of
probably
turned away.
Well, I mean, like they said when they were still in London, oh, yeah, we never have to see Bobby ever again.
Right.
So, she probably expected, well, obviously she didn't expect to see him because it was a surprise,
Yeah.
so.
But the elevator closed, and that was it. Was
Right, very
that-
dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and what did you think about
Surprise.
what he said to her? Because when we saw him last episode, he had like no emotion whatsoever when she was like,
Yeah.
hey, I think we should just be friends. And he was just like, okay, like, bye.
Bye,
And this time he
peace.
was like, I don't want to end like this. Like, you're a great girl.
It seemed ingenuine.
Sincere or not? Okay.
Ingenuine, is that the right word?
Yeah. Lack of sincerity.
Disingenuous?
Disingenuous.
I don't know, whatever.
Something.
You
Lack
guys
of
know what I
genuineness.
mean.
Been a long
Not
day.
genuine.
Right. It's Sunday.
But yeah, I don't know. He's weird.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like, why? I don't know.
Like earlier,
Like,
we
get
almost thought he
coffee
was a
somewhere else.
pawn or something. Like he was a pawn in her life or the show. It just seemed like he was there just, to be used. Or he was there. I don't even know why he was on the show, to be honest with you guys. I really was like...
Well, I think
Yeah, I'm
it was no.
sorry.
I mean,
I
to
don't know
be
how else to
honest,
say
I think
it.
he was on the show because otherwise Taylor would have had no storyline
You're
whatsoever.
right. Great point.
Which
Yeah.
will be interesting. That now that he's not there, is she going to be interesting enough to stay on the show?
True.
Personally, I think Taylor is a great girl. I thought she's super nice. Do I care to see more of her story? Not really.
Yeah.
Same here.
Morgan, she's going to be married. I want to see that. Dorothy is just drama to the max, so
Yeah.
she's going to stay.
Absolutely.
The core group of people are obviously going to be there. It's like,
Roxy.
who could they add on though? Will Sachi be a new, primary member? I don't know.
Yeah, and Ramez, this guy, popped up and really, he didn't have a big role at all, but he appeared in like most of the scenes, the
Yeah.
big scenes they had.
Right.
So, I mean, he doesn't seem like a super exciting guy, but I guess we never know.
You never know.
So,
That's very true. Well, what do you think? We can't predict what happens next episode,
Yes.
but we can predict what we think is going to happen next season, or what do you hope happens next season? Yes.
well, I don't know. It depends, I guess, when they will start filming. Like, I wonder if it'll be enough time.
I would imagine
that-
it's after their wedding.
after the
Definitely.
wedding. Yeah.
So let's assume it's post wedding. What do you hope?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would just love to see married life for them, and I'm sure they're gonna, encounter some issues and stuff like they already kind of did this season. So that'll be fun. Hopefully, I hope Dorothy finds a guy better than Casey, who
weird
snapbacks and tattoos.
Like, not her type in my mind. Like,
right.
So,
I agree.
But I think she needs to find love. She deserves to find some love. So hopefully she'll. And EJ as well. It seems like he's really getting, he's really feeling himself. And
okay, let's touch on EJ a little bit because he was funny this episode. And I kept saying throughout the entire episode, he was talking about his weight and saying he's lost 180 pounds and that he is finally where he wants and he hasn't eaten bread in a year, which is why he's lost all this weight. And I kept saying, he had surgery.
Right?
Like, of course he lost a ton of weight. He had gastric bypass and he looks amazing. I'm not taking it away from that.
Great shape.
But like, don't act like you've been working out really, really hard for the last year,
180 pounds
and he
3
finally
hours.
said it at the end, because of my surgery, I've lost 100 pounds, but now,
happy.
and then of course he is down his own weight after, which is awesome.
Right. And be able to maintain it too. So as of so far,
Bread, he hasn't eaten bread in a year. That's literally a crime.
Yeah.
I can't go a week without eating bread.
I know.
I could probably go a couple weeks, but then eventually I'm gonna, want it.
Not even quinoa bread?
Well, I mean, I don't really know if that's a real
thing.
I've never heard of that
Mendocino
before.
Farms. Shameless plug.
Quinoa bread. Oh, how do they do that? We'll talk about that
after the show. That's another
weird.
show. Sorry.
And what about EJ's face at the engagement party when Bobby walks in?
God, that was the best part of the whole episode.
Thank you for that.
Love it. Yeah,
just out in the open, totally. Yeah, just so blunt. He's like,
That was hilarious. That was so funny. Yeah, I'm happy for EJ that he is confident and feels good about himself, because that's the worst thing for someone to not feel good about themselves, because no matter what, if you don't love yourself, other people they pick up on that, and you're not going to be received as well as you would like, which, I mean, obviously he said that he's back in the dating game and it's much easier for him now. I think it has less to do with him, the fact that he's skinny, and more to do with the fact that he's confident.
I totally agree.
Yeah. If you're not going to love yourself, who is going to love you? That's
right.
You got to love yourself first.
Absolutely. I think that's really important. And hopefully next season we see him with a boy. Johnny's got a boyfriend now. We'll see if it lasts.
Yeah, I wonder.
Everybody deserves to find love.
Exactly. Yeah. I totally agree. Maybe because Morgan and Brendan, that was a big thing. That relationship was always a big storyline coming up to her finally getting engaged. Mm-hmm. Now that it's happened, we need another couple to really fall in love with.
Some love energy in the universe.
Mm-hmm. And clearly Roxy's boyfriend Nick didn't really want to be on the show. So
exactly.
I mean, we saw him maybe once, but he didn't speak at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Soul Cycle event.
That's right. When he was sitting in the back of the room, just kind of, just hanging out.
I actually just applied to work the front desk at Soul Cycle.
Nice.
When I first came to LA, I had an interview for that, and then got a different job that paid more. But you get to work out for free.
Well,
I was like, man, I should have really done that.
I'm hoping to get it, because I need a second
job. Part-time, work 2 days and work out for free.
Exactly.
So jealous. I'll come do it with you.
Right. We'll show up.
Okay. Yeah.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Like, I need to spin immediately. I feel so disgusting. I ate so much Taco
Spinning
Bell
is such a hard workout. And all of the rich kids do it.
Well, that's why they all look so good.
And hot yoga and Pilates, all of that fancy working out. I'll get on a treadmill.
I've done one Pilates class, and it was on the Reformer, and it was weird, because I played volleyball, I played sports, so it's like I'm used to that kind of like a workout. So I felt like Pilates was so different. Yeah. It didn't almost
like a foreign activity or sport.
Well, it just didn't really feel like the workouts that I'm used to, I didn't really feel like I sweat that much, but then the next day I literally couldn't walk. I was like, what is going on? This is so crazy.
Agreed.
But everyone that I know that does Pilates has like amazing bodies.
Yeah.
The Cindy, the Pilates instructor from the show Cindy, if you're watching at home, you're doing everything right, girlfriend. You're drop dead gorgeous. I may have to, I can't replace Roxy, but
she had the roundest ass I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Drop that dun.
Like you said, maybe it was fake because it was just like it was like a shelf.
It just popped out, And
it did. Like it just popped out of nowhere.
And the way to really tell that a butt is fake is to look at their thighs. Because if you're doing a lot of squats, your thighs, your quads are going to be muscular.
She had really muscular quads, though, like huge legs.
So maybe hers is real.
I write this down,
I'm
too.
talking
She had
more
muscular,
to
like nice
Khloe
legs.
Kardashian, who has freaking tiny legs.
You're
And
right.
a giant butt.
Sorry, honey. Like,
Sorry, and it just grows.
not
It
real.
grows. Miracle Grow or Chia Pet. You know,
Yeah.
it just keeps growing.
A
and growing
chia
and-
butt.
Chia butt.
For real.
Water and it grows.
If that's the case, give me some,
Injected.
because I don't have any.
Forget the drought. Sorry, California.
Yeah.
Just keep on watering that.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
It's $10,000 to get those butt injections.
Have you looked that up?
No, okay, coincidentally, I was scrolling through Facebook.
Looking for a new
and-
butt?
No. I love my butt.
Aw.
No, but I was scrolling through Facebook and there was an article, like one of the promoted articles from,
Yeah.
I forget what website it was, but it's like everything you wanted to know about butt injections. And I was like, so I read it because I didn't really know.
had a few questions.
All I knew was that they took fat from other parts of your body and injected it. But yeah, it's like cost. If they said in there, if you find it for less than $10,000, then it's probably not like.
It's probably
Don't
like
do
you'll end
it.
up on
Yeah.
botched
Yeah.
and it's cement
Yes,
and you're
exactly,
in Tijuana.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
So,
Well,
anyways, if you
hopefully for us next season
information.
we'll all have nicer butts.
I've got to work on.
That's my hope for next season for us as hosts.
right.
Not that you can see that anyway.
That's the good point.
What are you gonna do? Well, is there
Just
anything
leave
we
it up
missed?
to your imagination.
Yeah.
No,
You
I think
have
that's
something?
pretty much it.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much done everything. But the end with Roxy and with Morgan, I was honestly extremely happy that they made up. I mean, like I said, 10 years. Come on, that friendship it's like it's a sisterhood. They're sisters. They're the bond is incredible there. So I was extremely pleased that they're are moving forward and are going to reevaluate the relationship just to make sure they're doing as much as they both can do right. But I think the future is very bright for their friendship. I mean,
Yeah.
their sisterhood. I'm very happy. They're both two. Well, last time, I promise. To drop dead gorgeous, especially you, Roxy. And they're just, I wouldn't wish anything else. I mean, so I'm happy. Good for you. You go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone goes through those types of, rocky parts in their friendships, and if you could get past them, that's how you know that, it's a true friendship. And, I mean, I've had fights over dumb stuff with some of my girlfriends that we, didn't talk for a couple of weeks, but then,
Yeah, you're over it.
you
You
get
just-
over it. Yeah, so.
Because it's not worth it.
Exactly.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what everyone has in store. I feel like obviously this show is a great outlet for them and their personal lives, their personal careers, and it really helps them, promote and do a lot for themselves. Like obviously Roxy's interior design business, she wasn't doing anything the first season, and even the second season she just started doing this, and
Right.
so it's great to show off her work on the show, and hopefully we'll bring more clients to her and
Definitely.
stuff. So
You know what surprised me? Morgan only has 100,000 followers on Twitter. I thought for sure she'd have a ton
Yeah,
more.
like a couple
what
million.
does she have on
or-
Instagram?
Probably more.
Yeah.
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 That's where they got, discovered rich kids of Instagram.
Right,
That's
right.
That's right. That's true.
Okay, so final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
How does this season compare to the others? Better? You were a little disappointed, or in the middle? A little meh,
I wouldn't
whatever.
say that I'm disappointed. I don't think that it was really as juicy, I guess, so to speak, as prior seasons.
Mm-hmm.
The drama was it was like adult drama, which, I mean, I get it, like that's where their lives are trending to.
Right.
But it's not as fun, as the crazy, petty, blow up drama
Well,
that they
right,
used
for
to
us
have.
as the audience.
And there
Exactly.
also wasn't as much crazy spending too.
You're right.
That's what you like to see in the show because they are the rich
Because all of
kids.
their parents aren't letting them spend their money
Right.
anymore.
I
Cut
know.
off that
So,
MasterCard.
Yeah.
but I still enjoyed the season overall,
Yeah.
and I still love all the characters and her characters.
Well, right.
yeah,
Yeah, the
exactly.
cast. Yeah.
Cast, yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, when it was said 8 episode, that was it. I was looking on Friday at the DVR. I was like, "That's it? It's over already?" I thought
Well, we
just
said it
began.
makes sense because they were an hour instead of a half an hour, so
Exactly.
there probably were
It's
15
true.
episodes last season,
That's-
15, 16.
You're
you know?
right. I was just like, I was hoping for more. I mean, drama.
So you liked it, or you
I
hope-
liked it. No, you're right. I definitely did enjoy it, but I was like, where it wasn't the same, as much juice, as much action going on as the first and second season. It wasn't. It kind of the substance was different. It was more mature for sure. There were more mature themes, but it was just to me something was missing.
Yeah. So it took a little dip.
And I needed Dorothy to buy 20 more Birkin bags on one episode. Yeah,
that's true. Or like at least see somebody else's closet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or her closet again. Yeah, I agree.
Never gets old.
I liked the episode. I liked the season, but I didn't think it was as crazy as the last season.
Yeah.
Last season was my favorite.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. But we will see, hopefully, for season 4.
Season 4.
Yeah, so everybody tell us what you thought. Did you like the season? Did you hate it? Did you like the characters, cast members? Let us know what you think. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can find me at Haley Clover everywhere. Christina, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Tina Cap.
And you can find me anytime you'd like on Instagram at William_Beverly Hills and Twitter at William Lee TV.
Perfect. And then subscribe. Please subscribe to AfterBuzz. Now that we're gone, you'll be able to find out what panel we'll be on next. I know I'll be on the Wet Hot American Summer panel, so please watch. Do you know where you're going?
America's Next Top Model, HBO's Hard Knocks, Monday Night Football, Dodgers Wrap 360.
Oh, girl is busy over here. No wonder she wants her Sunday back. What about you?
Hopefully I'll be dancing
You're
into
new,
Dancing
so we'll
with
see.
the Stars. We'll see.
Okay.
Brand new. Or a $1 million listing LA. I love myself a little LA real estate, so we'll see.
Good. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you on our next panels.
Love
Goodbye.
you guys.
Thanks for watching.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.